Nimona.
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 Nimona. Huh? Oh. Nice arm.
If you don't shut your mouth, I'ma shut it for you, punk!
With the punk tactics. With the punk tactics. With the punk tactics.
I swear I'll be normal when this movie comes out, I promise. So who exactly is Nimona, and why am I going feral, you ask? Well, when I was walking down the grocery store aisle with my mom telling her my classmates said that the world was going to end that week, aka 2012, a little webcomic had just started debuting under the name
Nimona.
Nimona.
Okay, that's enough of that. Long story short, it got a movie that's coming out on June 30th, but I'm sure you're asking yourself just why is this movie so important among the other choices in June? We've got Spider-Verse 2, Elemental, that one movie where they revealed the entire plot in the trailer. Why, YouTuber that I've never seen before, as this is the first video essay posted, should I care about some ginger who's got a side business as a furry? Well, I've got 3 reasons why. So sit your asses down in those chairs, get those notebooks out, cause you're about to learn exactly why you should care about Nimona. The story of Nimona has 3 themes, at least the graphic novel does, which will likely be explored in the movie as well. These 3 are to do with identity, morals, and helping the people close to you. I'll be doing my best to avoid spoilers when talking about this because I want everyone ever to watch this movie, but do know that I reread the book just a bit before writing the script. Identity is tackled in the story via 2 methods, the obvious being that Nimona is a shapeshifter and the other being questioning your role in society. We learn quickly in the comic that despite being the villain, Blackheart, Nimona's mentor and friend, is still under the rules of the government. Sure, he's mostly able to do what he wants, but pushes too far and they cut his funding. Nimona's identity is questioned as well, as she both embraces and rejects her monster identity thrust upon her by her shape-shifting capabilities. Morals come into questions as well, with how both Blackheart and Nimona view, well, unaliving individuals. And they say this movie's for kids, guys. Blackheart, despite being the big bad villain, is the one opposed to unaliving people, whereas Nimona is all for it and would kill a man at the drop of a hat. But, without going into too much detail, we begin to question when it is okay to end a person's life. And though it's hard to go into the last one without too many spoilers, tackling when a person is beyond help is a theme in the later half of the story, as one character realizes that no matter what they do, no matter how hard they try, people have to want help to be able to accept it. Now some of you, if you're like me, may have lit up when you heard the name N.D. Stevenson, author of the comic and creator of this movie. And that would be because you recognize that name as the creator of a very, very gay show known as She-Ra and the Princesses of Power. But for those who don't worry, I got you. She-Ra and the Princesses of Power, or S-Pop for short, was an animated Netflix series running from 2018 to 2020. It was one of those shows that pushed for representation in quote-unquote kids programming, with nearly all the main characters being queer in some manner. And it was also one of the first story-driven cartoons to have a non-binary character play a larger role in the plot. I love you, Double Trouble. Keep slaying. And he was also a co-creator of Lumberjanes, a comic book series about 5 girls at a scout camp as they get into some supernatural, situations? I don't know, man, they're just kind of being silly over there. Admittedly, I don't know as much about this series as I last read it in, 7th grade, but it's one I've been meaning to catch up on. From what I remember, though, and the research that I did do, it's also a very queer series, with one of the girls being trans and 2 others being in a sapphic relationship. So again, very, very gay. Andy himself is also a very queer person, being bigender and calling himself a wife guy guy wife to his wife. Good lord, say that 10 times fast. I think you'll pass out. Wife guy guy wife to his wife. 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 Wife guy wife to his wife. Wife guy wife to his wife. Wife guy guy wife to his wife. Wife guy wife to his wife. I didn't pass out, but I didn't do a good job. And he also has his Twitter banner as a quote from BoJack Horseman about exactly what he did with S-Pop. He's gone into his journey with gender and sexuality on his comic-style blog called I'm Fine, Just Understand, which you can find pinned on his Twitter. He also has a memoir, which I've yet to read but plan to, called The Fire Never Goes Out, as Memoir and Pictures, which discusses the same topics. Needless to say, Andy has always been one to push for more and more queer open media, despite how dangerous this can be to one's career. And we know that this is the case for the Nimona film as well, as many crew members of the project have gone on to say how important this movie is for said rep. Those members saying that between two of the main cast, there will be a same-sex kiss, and the two characters again saying I love you to each other. And with how the graphic novel goes, it's likely that it will be between two men, something that is usually shunned in the media, as they see a relationship between two female-presenting people to be more palatable. Also, one of those men is voiced by Mr. fucking Death Stare himself, Yu-Ji Lee Yang. You drop this, King. Part as to why this movie is so important is how long it's been in the works. From the start of the webcomic to when the movie finished production, it was a total of over 10 years. The reason it took so long? Because Disney. It's always fucking Disney, isn't it? I will not forgive you for what you did to Luz Nuceda, rat. So like I said before, the webcomic began posting in 2012 and finished in 2014. A graphic novel was later released in 2015 and it was highly praised, winning an Eisner Award, a Cartoonist Studio Prize, and a Sybil's Award. Dear Lord, I hope I'm saying that right. As well as getting nominated for a National Book Award and a nomination for another Eisner Award. Needless to say, people loved the book, so much so that only a month later, Blue Sky Studios bought the film rights for it and production began quickly, with a theatrical release, keep in mind that there would be an MLM kiss, a theatrical release on Valentine's Day of 2020. I am still mad about this! In 2019, Disney bought Blue Sky Studios and the film was quickly shut down. First with 2 delays and then fully being cancelled on February 9th, 2021, 75% of the way into production. And that was it. After that, there was nothing. Just some leaked footage of what could have been. Nimona had been shot down before she even got the chance to fly, and there was nothing we could do about it. Nothing but mourn the loss of one of the greatest stories of all time. Bitch refuses to die, having been shopped around to studios for a month. Annapurna Productions grabbed that movie from the depths of hell and got it a Netflix release. While it may not be on the big screen anymore, it still gets to show the world what it's all about, setting a release date for June 30th, 2023, and wrapping up production the previous October. And that brings us to today. With, as of writing this, we only have a little over a month left till the movie releases, and despite all that it's gone through, I've seen no one talking about it. And I, who felt recognized when I first read this book back in middle school, who was overjoyed to find out there was a movie only to be devastated seconds later when I found out it was cancelled, refused to let this movie go unnoticed. So, everyone listening, everyone watching this, I beg of you, as a YouTuber you've only really seen do a speed paint and animatics to those gay little lawyers, go talk about this movie. Spread the word. Don't let this movie get brushed away into obscurity. Don't let this movie die. Make fan art, make fan fiction, make stupid little memes that shouldn't make me laugh, but it's 4 a.m. so I'm on TikTok, so I end up losing my shit. Once this movie comes out, it's up to us, the audience, to make sure that this movie is as big as it deserves to be. This movie is pushing boundaries. It has gone through hell and back just to be seen. Don't let the fire die, and watch Nimona when it drops. I think you'll come to like her maybe just as much as I do. Hey everyone, thanks for watching. Solar here. Just wanted to mention a quick thing. I got like an ear infection like halfway through making this. It hurt like hell. It took me out for like 5 days. So there might be some like audio problems that I couldn't catch because I couldn't quite hear well. Hopefully there aren't. These are all my socials on the screen. And don't forget to shine on. See you in the next one.